The village of Oakhaven was old, a cluster of houses huddled against the relentless assault of the sea. Salt clung to the air, a taste more familiar than fresh air. Above it all, the fog reigned. Thick, white and silent, it pressed against the windows, a constant reminder of the village's isolation. The villagers knew the fog's moods. They spoke of it in hushed tones, their voices low, their eyes cast down. Children were told to stay indoors, their laughter swallowed by the thick air. Fishermen, their livelihoods dependent on the sea, would not venture out when the fog held sway. The fog was not just weather, it was a presence, watchful and hungry. Sarah, a young photographer with eyes that sought the extraordinary, arrived in Oakhaven on a day choked by the fog. She had heard the stories, dismissed them as folklore, the remnants of a time when the natural world was a place of fear and superstition. Her camera, her shield and her weapon would capture the fog's beauty, its ethereal embrace. She would show the world its art, not its menace. The villagers greeted her with wary eyes, their welcomes hesitant.
The fog is strong today. Best to stay indoors.
I've come for the fog. It's what makes this place unique.
The villagers warned her, their voices urgent, their faces etched with fear.
The fog is restless. It's calling you.
But Sarah, her skepticism battling with a growing sense of dread, refused to listen. She felt a strange pull towards the cliffs, a yearning to capture the fog in its raw power, its swirling tendrils reaching out towards the sea. She stood at the edge of the cliff, the wind whipping her hair across her face, the taste of salt heavy on her tongue. The fog swirled around her, a living, breathing entity. She could feel its coldness seeping into her bones, its whispers growing louder, more insistent.
Sarah, Sarah.
They spoke of forgotten things, of ancient secrets, of a darkness that lay at the heart of the fog. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through her confidence. The whispers were no longer whispers. They were voices murmuring her name, calling her into the fog. She took a step back, her hand reaching out for something solid, but there was only air, thick and heavy, with the smell of salt and something else, something ancient and cold. The ground seemed to shift beneath her feet, the edge of the cliff crumbling. A figure emerged from the fog, tall and shadowy, its outline blurred by the swirling mist. It reached out a hand, long and skeletal, towards Sarah. Its touch sent a jolt of terror through her, a primal fear that froze her blood. She stumbled back, her foot slipping on the loose shale. For a moment she saw the villagers, their faces pale, their eyes wide with horror. But their cries were lost in the roar of the wind and the waves crashing against the rocks below. Then she was falling, swallowed by the fog, her screams lost in the swirling whiteness. The camera, ripped from her grasp, tumbled after her, its lens capturing the last image of the fog, a swirling vortex of white before it too disappeared into the abyss. The villagers found her camera the next day, its casing battered, its lens shattered. The last image on the memory card, a distorted, fog-choked image of a shadowy figure, sent shivers down their spines. The fog lifted that day, revealing a calm sea and a cloudless sky, but the whispers remained, echoing through the empty streets of Oakhaven, a chilling reminder of the fog's hunger and the price of its embrace.